Yeah, morning Camilla, and welcome to Milton Keynes. We're at the Calabria Cafe. It's Sunday morning, nice quiet morning, and then the Conservative Party chairman's been sacked. So let's find out what the people think then. Let's start with Steph. Steph, how are you feeling this morning about Nadhim Zahawi being sacked?
Well, I think he should have gone straight away. I mean, it's not setting a good example, is it, if he's the chairman and chancellor, when he was the chancellor, to renegotiate your tax burden.
Yeah, and what do you think it says? And I'm really interested to find what you think as well, because you're a former Conservative member, but now you've joined Reform, is that right?
I have
joined
Reform.
So what does it say about, for various reasons we should add, but what does it say about the judgment of Rishi Sunak?
Well, it's really poor judgment, actually. He obviously knew what was going on, and then not to get rid of him straight away is poor.
Yeah.
Very poor.
Yeah. Peter, over here, former laser physicist Peter, how are you feeling about Rishi Sunak being sacked?
No, Rishi Sunak didn't get sacked.
Nadhim Zahawi.
Nadhim got sacked. I think it's a real shame that a quality, good person has to go, but he should have resigned. And, you know, people that are high earners, they all use tax advisors of one sort and another. So it's just he's been caught out, but he should have known better.
Well, he did pay the penalty. This is him being sacked for breaking the Ministerial Code, which is something a little bit different.
Yeah, the Ministerial Code, he shouldn't be in a position of power, and certainly as a former Chancellor, I mean, that's pretty poor, actually, and it doesn't paint a good picture on the government whatsoever. But we have to move on. He should have resigned. He's been fired, so Rishi Sunak's actually done the right thing, I think.
Yeah. Who would you like to see as chairman of the Conservative Party now?
As chairman, well, Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Yeah, Jacob Rees-Mogg. Yeah.
Perfect example, yeah.
Yeah. He might have something to say about that. One man who knows a thing or two about sticking to the law is former policeman Chris. Chris, Nadhim Zahawi.
I think it was inevitable, really. It should have stood down in the very first place when there was a question mark about this whole issue. All it's done is it's distracted from a lot of core business over the last couple of days. I don't think it was sustainable. I don't know too much about the breaking the Ministerial Code and what that entailed, but nonetheless, it's optics. It looks very poor, and again, it's about standards and what people perceive as being a higher standard, especially in public life, holding people to account, and then the fact it's taken a few days it's poor judgment, really.
Well, Rishi Sunak said he was going to await the outcome of an investigation from his independent ethics advisor, and you're a man who's used to investigations as a former policeman yourself. Why didn't that happen?
Well, from my understanding, a lot of people in government saw this as kicking the can down the road to a certain extent and giving breathing space. But the trouble is, of course, it's the media, the press, you know, it's been front and centre every day since. And it's true, I mean, we would normally wait, of course, until the final outcome. Shouldn't judge people just on rumour and speculation. But the man is in high office, and I think he should have taken a step back and then await the outcome of the investigation.
All right, Chris, Steph, Peter, thank you. So the interesting thing, of course, about all of this is that we're talking now about Nadhim Zahawi. In fact, he's been sacked as Conservative Party chairman, and we're not talking about those 4 or 5 priorities that Rishi Sunak set out, and he will hope that by drawing a line under this, by getting rid of Nadhim Zahawi as Conservative Party chairman, they'll be able to talk about policy and not about internal Conservative Party politics and the Ministerial Code.